What up, my poker bro and broettes? It's your boy Bangarang. Devastated of all devastations. Feels like I can't breathe, like I got punched in the stomach, you know? And I mean, the story I should be telling you is about what an epic moment in time for the old sea daddy to be raining on. It's my turn to rain on this parade. And when I mean rain, I mean like my time to fucking take, you know? And like this story is like so epic. It's almost keyword almost so epic. Oh my god. Like, you know, when you feel like you have nothing and you have like, I don't know, less than that. I mean, it's not being melodramatic, but I mean, I feel like I got like nothing, you know, and like I feel like you have a chance to like make things like so radically different within a tournament. You know, it's like everyone watching is probably like, what? Just fucking spit it out, say it, cry, get over it, move on, move forward. It's fine, it's whatever, you know. And it is. Oh, I just had. Should be a moment of fucking glory because I earned it. I fucking had it. It was mine. It was all mine. And I lost it. Very end. Okay, so let's get to the story, all right? Before everyone just gets bored with me crying. As much as like I'm fine, but trust me, this is my version of like throwing myself a pity party because I don't want to cry about it. I just want that epic victory, and I let it slip through my hands. Let's go ahead and cut the chase. This is what happened. First of all, let's paint you a picture. Let's see. I have like nothing, and you know my day consists of well, I pretty much kicked myself out of my living situation, and I have nowhere to live in like 5 days from now, technically. We all know I don't want to wear a mask, and so I've been like losing my job over it, determining if I want to like, I don't know, go live and work in Montana, if I want to, and trust me, this is poker oriented. If I want to be a slave and wear a mask for the rest of my life at work, which I can't handle, and it's, you know, causing issues with my fucking health, and it's just so wrong. I can't get over it, you know. And then my unemployment not kicking in, and running out of money and running out of time, and trying to make a decision of where I want to live, where I can live, what I can afford, which is like nothing. Oh yeah, come move to HB. It's just 900. It's just like 920, and then in like 2 months, it's probably going to be like 1,000 or maybe, I don't know, more. You know, and then, you know, so I feel like I have what? Hardly any money. My job, my living situation, everything is just, you know, and let's be honest, you know, I had a couple nice cashes in a couple of the series on Ignition, and I decided to play in the main event and the mini main event. It was a $100 buy-in and a $250 buy-in. And I just directly bought in for, I don't know, everything I had after I lost a couple qualifiers. And so I pretty much had my entire bankroll, about $400 riding on 2 tournaments. And, well, let's see, I got knocked out with playing aces the wrong way. And then I got knocked out of the main event with aces, playing them the right way. So yeah, there's your lesson, is you don't put your whole bankroll riding on 2 tournaments, because it doesn't matter what hand you have, because I lost with aces, pocket aces, and then I lost with pocket aces. So yeah, and then I don't know, yesterday I guess I was kind of on tilt because I was just emotionally feeling a lot of anxiety because of my situation in life. So, I just played some qualifiers, and you know how it is, deposit, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and, it sucked. And, so let's just, today, I have nothing. And I'll tell you, those $3 triple ups, oh my god, they are tough. I feel like they're more tough than like a $25 triple up. I don't know, but I mean, triple ups are crazy. Like, first of all, like, I feel like I cannot get away with anything. And not like I'm trying to get away with anything, but like, seriously, like, it feels so hard sometimes to win a hand. Not a tournament, not a 9-man sit and go, not getting top 3. I'm talking about just winning a single hand, And then on top of that, it feels really hard to just get value off a hand, to the point where you're just like, oh my god, I can't win a hand, and I can't get value off a hand. I mean, I gotta like min bet, and hopefully, and it just like, wow, it's crazy that. And then like on the contrary, it's like, maybe I don't need to win so many hands until ... you get down to 4-handed, and then the game is just like super intense. And then it's like the difference between like getting blinded out and surviving is just, it's hard. It's so hard, and we're talking about a $3 tournament to win $9 minus the 30-cent fee. So we're talking about winning $5.70. It's freaking hot. Plus you're buying back. Not the 330 with the 3. It's tough. I mean, it's real tough. And then it's like, wow. I gotta win at least 1 out of 3 just to cover the buy-in. Now, for all you poker bro and broettes that have gotten through this, all right. All right. I decided, I noticed that there was a wrap-up event today for $1,000, and there was a qualifier for $100, and I'm sitting there with, I don't know, $7 or $8 in my account. So I depot 20, right? And I have about an hour before this $100 6 seats guaranteed into the wrap-up $1,000 event takes place. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, well, how can I get $100 in the next hour? So that I can play in the qualifier, so I can win a ticket into the 150,000 guaranteed wrap-up event for $1,000. So I said to myself, I was like, all right, well, I think there's only one route, and that's gonna have to play a heads-up tournament, and then I'm for $25, and I'm gonna have to turn that heads-up tournament and turn it around and play a $50 heads-up tournament. So what happens is, okay, so I play a $25 heads-up tournament, and I won it, and so then I sat down and I played that $50 heads-up tournament, and I won it. So I had 100. I mean, if you want to get technically, of all technicalities, I was only at about 102, 104, 105, and I needed an extra couple bucks because the buy-in is 107, 108. So I had a depot 20, but nonetheless, I considered it a huge victory because I had the 100. So I bought in to the $100 qualifier, 6 seats guaranteed, and I played my heart out. I played my heart out. I played with all soul. I played with all passion. I sat there and I focused on this one game, and I wanted it bad, so bad. Oh my god. And I'm gonna show the video of all the hands played, not played, and everything in between, the whole beginning to end. But I built up a stack and I battled, and I built that stack up even more. And well, there was about 95 entrants, so the 6 seats ended up going up to 9 seats. So top 9 won $1,000. 10th got $5. And we all know where this is going. It gets down to 11 players, and there's 2 tables, and I have my table open and another table open, and there's like 3 short stacks. And when I mean 3 short stacks, I mean I'm watching a player that's all in battling with ace 6 versus ace king, okay? And if he loses, we're down to 10, and I'm looking at 2 guys that barely have any chips at my table, and I'm sitting here with a pretty solid stack at this point, maybe around like 8k or something. Well, the guy ace 6 versus ace king, he hits a 6 on the river, and he stays alive and wins like a 20k pot, and the guy that lost went down to like 5k, and immediately like battled back and won a pot, maybe 2, and was like back to life again. And now we're looking at 11 players, top 9 get that golden ticket, and I have 2 short stacks at my table. Well, I pick up 6s and I double it, and this guy had like 500 chips left, and so he was forced to play, and I had a 6 first card off, and I knock his ass out, and I go up to like 10, 11K. Super middle stack, which is great. And we're down to 10 players, which means the next player that gets knocked out, everyone wins. And there was the other short stack at the table, my neighbor. He goes all in, like 3 hands in a row, and everyone walks him, and all of a sudden he's totally back in the game. On the other table, there's a mid short stack with around 6-ish K. And the blinds at this point are 750, 1500 with like 100 ante. So you're looking at a pot of around 600-ish, 500-600 plus 750 plus 1500, 22, 26. You're looking at like 28, you know? The guy has like an M of 2. Now don't get me wrong, we all have low M's. I'm sitting there with like 10,000. And I'm watching both games. We're playing hand to hand. And good news is, on that table, the guy pushed in that shorter stack all in. And he folds. At the same time, at my table, a guy doubled it to 3K, and I'm sitting there with pocket 10s. And I did not know, I didn't know what to do. There's a lot of scenarios where you end up regretting passing on a hand, and you find yourself maybe like the short stack wins a pot, and then all of a sudden things even out, and you go card dead, and you go around 1 or 2 laps 6-handed, and you find yourself with like no chips and no fold equity, and you're kicking yourself pretty hard for not playing a premium like pocket 10s. But I also am finishing reading a book, a poker book, and I just finished reading about this exact scenario with the 10s, about not colliding head on in a collision, and it's better that one person swerves. Now, he wasn't all in, so he wasn't saying that he was all in for the collision. But seriously, I had choices to fold, to call and see the flop and then make a move, and instead I choose to put myself in a head-on collision when my time ran all the way down to 1 second, and I decided to push all in, and he calls. And so now we put ourselves in a head-on collision, which is the worst thing that you can do on that bubble of a qualifier. And I did that, and I just learned, which I already knew, but just relearned not to do that in this exact situation. My book, my reading, everything has been leading me up to this moment, and it says, don't do it. Don't do a head-on collision. He shows ace king, and we're talking about a 20K pot, and he has me covered by 600 chips. Okay, so if I win, I go up to 20K, and I'm guaranteed a ticket. And he's down to 600 chips, and on top of that, I'm gonna be in the top 1 or 2. And he shows ace king, and I have pocket 10s, and it comes out jack blank blank jack. 1 card left to come for $1,000 tournament ticket. And the king hits. And I'm out in 10th. And I win $5. And the game is over. And everyone else, including that shorter stack, and Mr. Ace King, just won $1,000 ticket. Now keep in mind, at the beginning of the story, I told you how I pretty much put my foot in my mouth and kicked myself out of my place to live. My job is in cahoots. I don't know where I'm gonna end up, and I had no money. I won a $25 heads up. I won a $50 heads up. I get myself into this qualifier. I build up an awesome stack. I get down to the bubble. I'm about to win 2 short stacks plus a guy that's all in with ace 6. He survives. I knock him out. Instead of waiting and dodging this, I force a head-on collision and I bust myself out on the bubble of $1,000, 150 grand tournament. I'm looking at the prize pool with 30 players starting, $55,000 for first paid down. Of course, those numbers are gonna like lessen. It's gonna go up to about 150 players. Top 20% will get paid. And first place will probably take, I don't know, 35, 40 grand paid down. And I was so excited to share that I made it into the super high roller $1,000 tournament. And instead, I was the last one to not get a ticket. So here I am. No place to live, no fucking job, no money. I put it all on the line. I mean, whether I won anything in that tournament or not, just making it in to the super high roller $1,000 event. Just, I mean, would make me feel like, I had a chance at a life-changing dream, because that's enough money to turn around. I mean, you finish first, second, third. I'm turning around my life in financially. And then if I win, even if I place, probably starts off at $1,500, $2,000. So I mean, I have a good run, and I win 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 grand. I mean, what a turn of events. But as it is, I won the $5, and so I have $16 in my account, and the dream is bursted back to reality. And I guess that's the hardest part, is how bad I wanted to stay in Dreamland and have a chance at Dream World opportunity, and instead I'm back to ground zero. So obviously, last thoughts on that before you'll see the whole video posted. I could have called his 3 grand small blind, big blind fold. We go to a flop. Unfortunately, the flop, it would have been hard for me to make that power move because it did come out Jack XX. If it came out XXX, 3 low cards lower than 10, I could have shoved, and then maybe he folds his ace king. On the Jack XX, maybe I check, he checks. I don't know what happened. A blank hits on the turn, or if the Jack hits on the turn, then maybe I make a move because I'm feeling a lot stronger, and then maybe he shuts down. So I could have won that pot if I would have played it differently, or I could have just gotten out of the way and folded. And I literally was down to 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All I had to do was just nothing. Just don't. I had the shove ready. But if I just hesitated for 1 more second, this whole entire, this whole story could be different, which is crazy. Because let's keep in mind, for some reason, there was a short stack. He wasn't like short stack, but he was short stack. He had 6-ish K. And so if he folds a round, he loses 3K. He folds 1 more round and he's out. So all the real way to play that was to force him to make a move to survive or get knocked out. He's supposed to be the bubble boy, not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. And if I would have just listened to my book, great poker book, by the way, Math, and maybe if I would have just, I didn't read my pages today, on my best days I read a chapter or so, and I didn't read today, but I still, and it just, so I'm gonna go sweat it out at the gym, and this is about 6 minutes longer than I really wanted it to be, but that's just how it is. And you're playing with the best of the best when you're playing $100 qualifier, okay? And I'm telling you, I explained to you how a $3 sit and go is brutal, okay? This $100 qualifier, for me to get down to the end with such a nice stack, and then have an opportunity to where if this guy just doesn't hit a 6 on the river, this game is like over, and then I got 2 crippling stacks, this guy totally comes back, and then I put myself in a head-on collision when there's a shorter stack at the other table. And I knew not to play it that way. I knew not to play it that way. I wasn't thinking about my book. I wasn't thinking about how they had the head-on collision. I just knew not. I knew not to do that. In the very last microsecond, 1/10 of a second left, I do what I'm not supposed to do. And I take the ultimate punishment. And the sick thing is, I had the guy. He had ace king, I had tens, comes out blank, 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 blank. I am down to 1 card. 1 card. So even though I wasn't supposed to do that, I was still 1 card away. Anything, I don't know, I must have been like an 80% favorite or something, maybe more. Just anything but an ace or a king and I win on the river, 1 card left, and I win that $1,000 ticket. I'm gonna reiterate, should have folded the tens. I should have just called and played it different on the flop and the turn, or just once again folded and hope that the other guy is squeezed out of the tournament, forced with the blinds, and that's it. So that's my story. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I want to cry, and I'm being completely sarcastic when I say pretty awesome, but yeah. So I'll post the game of how I made it, how I won that $1,000 ticket. How epic! What an epic story if I told you, hey, I won, and then I play in this epic game, and then I have that deep run in this tournament. Can you imagine? Anyways, this is me feeling the devastation, but it's off to the gym to sweat it out. All right, it's your boy. C cent money. The dream. Dream's over. It's not often that you even play in $100 qualifier. And then I'm telling you, so often these qualifiers do not go right. They're so tough to, to make it down in the end. Like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. I can't believe, I can, but like, dude, I know how it goes firsthand because all I do is playing these qualifiers. And dude, you easily get your ass kicked out of there after playing a couple hands and you're out on your first battle. Your first time to try to double up, you're out. Your second time to try to double up, you're out. You get blinded out, you're out. You get crippled because you go card dead and you're out. And it's like, holy shit. Anyways. It hurts being the last one to lose. It's you win $5, and because you win $5, everyone just won $1,050. All right, that's it. I'm not gonna say GG. Good game. Hey. Good game. Good game. Good game. It's stuck with me forever though. It's part of me. It's decoded my DNA now. That's it. It's over.